All right.
Yes, it was.
Man, that was a time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I ain't never seen a podcast have Big Prime be the first episode.
Goodness.
I might have to add that link as one of my projects, JB.
That'd be good for sure.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, for sure. Let's kick it off.
Welcome back to another edition of the What's the Play podcast. I'm Christian, here with Brian, JB, Caleb behind the camera as always. Before we even jump into things, how you guys doing? How was your weekend? How was your Monday? How things going?
It's good. Monday's going well. Had some, of course, work and all that. Great hoop session this weekend, guys.
Yes.
It was great.
Yes.
Feel myself coming to form a little bit more.
Yeah, Brian didn't come though.
Hey.
But you know,
Hey, we'll keep
full
trying.
team will be there eventually.
But yeah, that was it for me. How about y'all?
Christian, you want to go
Well,
first?
you go first. Since I asked the question.
Okay. Well, not too bad over the weekend. Got to chill for a little bit. Got to watch some of the games. Went to a party for a little bit, and then just kind of chilled. So that was fun.
Yeah, my weekend was pretty cool. Got to hoop. Like JB said, coming to our own as hoopers. Settling into our roles. I would say.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, we're not.
I say breaking into new modes. I'd say something.
New
like
modes. Oh, okay. I didn't see that new mode from you.
Open your eyes.
I did not see. What's the mode?
Is he adding VC
Winner.
to the stats?
Winner.
Winner. That's the mode. Winner.
Asterisk winner.
No.
There was asterisks next to those games.
What's the asterisk?
What's the asterisk?
Injuries?
Injuries. Me and they have the same ankle capacity. What you mean?
No. Nate
couldn't move as much.
He could not.
Couldn't move as much.
He could
When
not.
was Nate moving much?
Oh, I'm
Are we having burst conversations?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not even here to defend himself.
See,
This is crazy.
this is a me type of thing to say.
I'm just saying.
I'm surprised you went that.
Did his game change?
No, I'm just wow.
Cause my game would change if my ankle's hurt. His game would not change that much.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure Nate hears this.
Please
this
do.
is good. We're
gonna have the burst
add
combo.
Nate on this one?
Nah, I need this to motivate him further. But no, Nate was not 100% clearly. But we still got the one that mattered, the last one. And if it was a 7-game series, you guys were up 3-1.
We played 4 games.
I know. I think if it was a 7-game series, I think y'all would have blew the. They was up 3-0. We won the last one. I think they would have blew the 3-0 lead. Caleb was shooting shots I ain't never seen him shoot.
Hey, he was hooping though.
And then that last game, it ended.
What happened last game?
Fatigue may have set in after a while. I wasn't gonna get tired.
Like Kevin Gates.
Yeah, I seen me and
What you mean by
JB played. Come on, man. me and JB played 3 more games after that. He was taking breaks in between.
Man.
So
Man.
I feel like if we would have played 3 more games, I could have carried me and Nate to win.
Let me also clarify. I had been there the longest hooping.
You was there getting shots up.
No, I
with
wasn't.
Nobody.
I was playing the little dude. Y'all wasn't there.
Oh man.
What you mean?
The same little dude who you was getting free buckets on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wasn't exerting.
And I was working out with Nate before you got there.
But back to the whole new modes. Winter is not a mode. Your play
It's a
style.
goddamn metaphor.
You're all right, but you're the new mode of your play style. I didn't see a difference.
Okay.
I was disappointed actually.
Really?
I feel like
What was this?
I didn't see you taking chances, and that's really what I want to see from you eventually. I feel like you settled into letting Caleb, because Caleb was carrying you.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one getting the buckets.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to see you be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end.
Okay.
Go back to deference.
Yeah, he was definitely deferring, and he was doing it correctly.
You deferred more than usual.
Because Caleb was winning the games for them. He was cooking Nate. I'm gonna be honest.
That's what I'm saying. If you cooking Nate,
but so it is the right thing. But at the same time, we're there to get better. And as I've told you, as somebody who I think you need to continue to work on your isolation scoring.
Indeed, yes.
Being comfortable as a primary ball handler.
Indeed.
Do you feel that you did any of that this past weekend?
I will say, in terms of off the dribble, taking more shots off the dribble for sure. I did that more. But having the ball in my hands 90% of the time, no, I didn't do that.
Right.
But I feel like, I guess that's something I could work on.
I saw Caleb take those steps.
Caleb did.
I did. I saw a lot of isolation bucket getting from Caleb, and Caleb was like we say, Nate was hurt, but you can't fault Caleb for taking advantage of that matchup. I would have done the same exact thing. You put Nate on me, and it's the same. No offense to Caleb. Caleb got onto me. I was attacking that matchup. Caleb seen Nate in front of him. He attacked that matchup every single time. Mm-hmm. And it's not about attacking the matchup, getting to your bucket, getting to the bucket, getting free layups. Caleb was hitting crossover mid-range jump shots
Yeah, I was
in
going
front
to
of
ask
his
if he
face.
was operating in the mid
Like,
range.
yeah, it was the mid-range game. And then he would hit the threes in Nate's face that it was like, oh, my, those demoralizing threes, man, that make you just, after it goes in, he was hitting at least one or two of those each game they won, except for the last one when we did win.
Yeah, I was just tired.
See, that's what would happen.
Man, I ain't lying.
I wasn't tired. See?
Friday night got to me, man.
The tequila.
So I don't know if they able to function that day. But
that's how we gotta get him to play good.
You done that before?
But then we got to figure out how to
Get a little
we
loose.
got to keep the stamina going with it.
Nah, tell them what you said when the game ended, though. You said that you weren't thinking as much, right?
yeah, I won't think as much.
Yeah.
I was just doing.
He was going right at Nate. I ain't seen a.
Well, he has the belief that he could beat Nate 1-on-1. So that doesn't surprise me.
And I saw some things where I was like, maybe he's right. Cause I won't say, cause he was hitting tough shots. It's not like, cause he wasn't just strictly driving past Nate, so I can't just blame it on the injury. But he was going at him, and Nate wasn't getting much of a contest. And even if he was, Caleb was hitting the shots.
No, it's one mid range that hit over CT. It was a top
Yeah,
of
that
the
was crazy. Oh, bro, when he did the little move, when he got it, went through the legs and it spun. Remember that? You was like, damn, I ain't expect that.
I remember that. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, it was
range.
Yeah, I think I did. You saw it coming.
I mean, it probably happened.
Cause you was in my face. You saw it coming.
Oh, at the elbow?
Not either the elbow or the top of the key.
No, top of the key. Yes,
I did
remember
hezzy.
that.
Then he was like,
And he did it.
Damn near blocked it.
Yeah, he did it, and I said I had a late contest, and I was like, I knew he was about to do that, and I didn't contest it because I didn't think I knew that he knew that I knew he was gonna do it, and I didn't think he was actually gonna do it because I knew. Yeah,
That was one of those
and so
demoralizing
when I saw him rise up, I was like, oh goodness gracious.
No, it was one you contested.
I know, but it was a late contest.
No, but you damn near blocked the shot.
I should have had a hand up the whole time though.
I had to readjust.
And that was one of the games he had already hit like 4 in a row, so it was like I should have just had a hand up the whole time. But I was like, no way he gonna shoot this, and he know that I know he's gonna shoot it, but he shot it, so I can respect that as a man.
You had to readjust my shot. Like I had to push my arms. Like
yeah, that's another thing. You have a very, very good ability to alter your release points. Whenever a lot of people struggle with being able to adjust to their shot while on the move. You catch the ball on the move, fire it up like that. It's not, and it doesn't have any less likelihood of going in if it's a regular set jump shot. Even if you're off the dribble, it's a different release point than if you're just catching shooting. So that's you do a good job with that. I can admire that about your game.
I'll be right back.
It was a very eventful weekend.
All right, JB stepping off the set for a second, but yeah,
Very eventful weekend for sure.
yeah, that was just a really good hoop session. I mean, I wasn't really. That was one of the times where I lost a lot, and I wasn't really too upset about it. It was just like,
Things out of your control.
yeah, Caleb was hooping though. I can't be mad at it. I mean, and I ain't switch on to him because I ain't want Nate guarding JB, but
I think my
He was
Divas got slightly better that day. I actually moved my feet a little bit.
sure,
You don't think it was?
I don't know.
I thought I was contesting your
mean-
shots more than I usually do.
Okay.
Well,
That's fair.
I'm
No,
guessing-
I
I'm
had
guessing
to
you
make
felt
tougher
it-
lays.
I was gonna say, did you feel that way because you had JB guarding you, he was guarding Nate?
No, that's another thing I wanted to say. I was going at JB, and over the past couple times we've hooped, I've noticed some things in his game where I've been able to attack at a certain time because he's very overzealous. Is that a word?
That is a
Yes,
word.
that is absolutely a word.
On the defensive end, where I can find ways to get him to bite on a move, and as long as I'm ahead, I don't think he'll always catch up. And even if he does catch up, I feel like I can alter my shot at the last minute to where it's a tough contest for him.
Because of the overplay, or you just think you can?
No, I'm able to get past him because of the overplay. But
Okay.
if it does catch up to me, because he is quick after he does overplay, I feel like I'm able to adjust the shot if necessary to the point where I can still make the shot.
Mm.
That was one of that.
Sure.
Yeah. No, if you see that in your game, I'm not gonna disagree with it. I feel like personally, I've gotten better at a little bit of reading your moves. I feel like a lot recently. I guess me just trying to focus more. You do a lot of moves to try to get me to bite, like at the top of the key on the wing,
Yes.
and I'm allowing you to do those moves.
Yes. I be feeling like Giannis sometimes. You know that clip of Giannis
Yeah,
where he got it.
it's a lot of that.
I be doing that a lot.
Yeah,
I realized that this weekend.
I'm
I was
like,
doing that a lot.
is he gonna shoot it or he just gonna keep doing this shit? And then I let it go for a while. You get past me. I'm like, okay, finally he gonna do something with it. But I've liked that growth in my game too. Cause like you said, a million times overzealous, but I've gotten a lot better at a little calming down. At least when I'm playing against you, because I think the threat of your shot a lot of times what makes me jump towards it. Not saying you can't shoot, but I feel like now I can contest without having to block it every time.
Why you shaking your head?
Because I can't. I had my best shooting game of the entire year on Saturday, and I don't.
But I feel like you always.
Oh yeah,
no,
he had a clip that last game.
Saturday,
I'm not saying I don't think he had the best. He didn't have his best shoot because obviously I wasn't there.
No.
It's just he always is like I can't shoot, but every time like me or JB or somebody talks about defending you, we always talk about the threat of the shot.
But I feel like at the same time you guys often, if you're guarding me 1-on-1, you guys often will live with the shot more. Well, not JB. JB will normally press up, but like you and I, especially Nate, whenever he guards me, you guys are more comfortable living with me taking that shot because it's more difficult than trying to stop me from getting to the basket. And I feel like if I'm able to hit the shots I was on Saturday, man, but I just know that's probably not replicatable because I'm about to take another week off and then I'm going to forget how to shoot. And, you know, that's just how. But I feel like that the way I was shooting on Saturday, man, we were still losing the game.
That badge regression just.
Are you shooting well against me and Caleb? What you talking about?
Yeah.
I'll take some of the games against me and you.
Oh, no, those last couple games I was shooting too. But
yeah.
No, the games against y'all two, I was shooting well. And
I
then
didn't even notice.
Y'all would get the ball back and go on those runs.
Yeah. Hey, Caleb, you said you feel like I deferred more than usual?
The other day you did.
Really? Okay.
Saturday you did.
Okay.
Because you could be more aggressive. Like, you could, like, take the risk more. And you should.
I just got to hear somebody else say it.
You should.
No, that's not going to change nothing. My bad. Ain't going to change nothing. But,
I guess the strategy.
JV on Braun time. I
just guess the strategy worked, but.
That's what I feel. I feel like.
I mean, it worked.
The strategy be effective to me winning games. So sometimes when I got to, then like that's my only option. Then but he was cooking.
But so in the event that he's not, that strategy would change, right?
Yeah, it would have to.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have to.
I just wish I would have saw it.
That's fair. Me too.
But when Nate said that he felt like I was the best defender in the group a few weeks ago.
When you say that?
He said that a few weeks ago when we was at Glen Arden.
He did say that.
No, you was there. It was that time you brought the speaker to Glen Arden.
Oh. That's when
said
the
that.
tragic accident happened.
I feel like at whoa, man. Whoa.
Why would you get up and replicate it?
I feel like at worst I'm second. And I've really convinced myself of that. And I think I guarded JB pretty well on Saturday.
Yeah, I say that.
I don't think I think another thing with JB is he doesn't take advantage of his size advantage over his matchups. As he should.
On you or talking about the kid?
On me as well. I feel like you have a decent size advantage on me, and I don't think you took advantage of it. I feel like the difference between me and the kid is I just had more basketball experience, so I'd be better able to defend that in the post.
Yeah.
But I do feel like if you were more comfortable, not even just working from the post, but driving, I feel like you could get through me and get to the lane without fouling. You could just get through me, get to the lane, get a free layup. But I don't know if you're as comfortable doing that. That right hand's a little suspect, so if I send you right, who knows if you're even going to make the right hand layup. But I think if you took more advantage of your size, because you're, 6 foot?
I think you're underestimating how
decently
similar
built?
we are.
Nah.
In size.
We're not.
How much you weigh?
How much you weigh?
170.
Yeah, we're not similar in size.
You 155?
About there.
About the same. That's
But
like
you be lifting weights.
That's a
I
difference.
don't be lifting weights.
You be lifting weights.
I do not lift weights.
You do push-ups and pull-ups.
I do not. I don't. I don't know what
He
y'all
was at
talking about.
Fairhaven last summer, and they was calling him Muscle Man.
Me?
Yes, man. They was calling you Musclehead
What
because you had on that.
the kids say nowadays? Glazing?
Oh, man. All right.
That's glazing. No, hell no. Hell no. I'm just getting back in that mode now. But I mean, okay, I can understand that. Like I said, I respect your basketball knowledge. I respect you more on defensive end than to just drive at you compared to most people. Honestly, if I'm being full forthcoming, I guess.
Yeah, and I feel like I can counter it whenever you do, but you're just gonna have to get to the point where you're doing that more often. It'll.
And I can't honestly. I think you're saying it for my personal growth. That you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I think sometimes I get lackadaisical because the teams are winning. I'm like,
Yeah, but that.
we doing it. We winning the game. So I feel.
At some point, be selfish. You know.
I guess so. But speaking of being selfish, can we transition to real hoop, professional
Might as
hoop?
well, man.
Sure.
All right.
So I'm glad we waited and didn't try to rush to get an episode out because we have two big trades to talk
Absolutely.
Indeed.
about. Of course, we'll talk about the big trade, the one we've been waiting on for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Dame is free from Portland. He has been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks in a three-team deal.
Three-team deal.
Involving the Phoenix Suns and the Portland Trailblazers. We'll get to the Trailblazers last. We want to talk about the let's go
start with
to the
Phoenix.
Suns. Yeah, let's go to the
let's
Suns
start with
quickly.
Phoenix.
The Suns got Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, and a few other role players out of the deal. Anybody
Nasir
of note?
Little and Keon Johnson.
Nasir Little, that's a good pickup.
Yes.
For the Suns, for them to get rid of Ayton and in return to receive Yusuf Nurkic, who is about an average NBA starting center. I think he may be the bar for average.
Yes.
Not above, not below. I'd say he's an average NBA center. Not exceptional in any one area except for probably he's an above average rebounder. I feel like for them to be able to get him out of this deal and still bring in some actual role players, I would say. I feel like Grayson Allen's a role player. Nasir Little, if used properly, could be a role player on this team. They've made Josh Okogie work, so I feel like they could be able to figure out a way to work Nasir Little into this. And this is a Suns team that coming into the offseason, we were worried about how they would fill out their roster. And now they have, over the amount of people they're allowed to have. So it's some decent players are actually probably going to get cut from this team. So for them to get these additional role players into a team that already has the top heavy players, KD, D-Book, and Bradley Beal, I think this is a deal for them. Of course, you don't ever want to get rid of your number one overall pick from, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Because then it looks like you made a bad pick. But it wasn't working. You can only work in the now. And I think you got a decent return for DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton, if you just look at it like that, DeAndre Ayton for Yusuf Nurkic, Nasir Little, and Grayson Allen and Keon Johnson. I think that's a pretty good return.
That's more than I thought.
It's for a team that, quote-unquote, needed depth. I think they got what they needed, and they still have their starting center. It's not like a lot of trades that we were talking about with DeAndre Ayton. We were worried about trading him because we didn't think they would get a starting center in return, so they would have to start, Jrue Eubanks?
Yeah.
So that was a lot of the talk around it, but they got Yusuf Nurkic around the deal. And like I said, average NBA starting center. But with this type of roster, you need somebody who can get a rebound and can at least try to be a man on defense, and I think Yusuf Nurkic does that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Yusuf's definitely going to know his role, and I think this is the great thing about having 3 and 4 team trades as opposed to 1 or 2 team trades, because you're able to fill in the gaps for certain things. So obviously, like we said, I think if you were to do like Ayton and Nurkic in a Suns Portland deal, I don't think the Suns get back as much as they did, right, even though it was DeAndre Ayton. But because you did that 3-team deal, you were able to get some more depth. And you're able to get a guy, Nurkic, again, who's going to know his role and is going to probably be a nice pick-and-roll partner with whoever they decide to have as their point guard. I'm assuming I know they're saying Beal's probably going to handle that right now, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be more so Book as the season goes on.
Yeah. Before you go, I know we do this to you a lot, but I just wanted to point out, I like that you said he'll be you be going last a lot. But I feel like I want to point out how you said star in your role with Nurkic. I feel like he'll buy into that role. I feel like the issue with Ayton is he wanted his touches on the low block, and those touches weren't coming with D-Book, Bradley Beal, and KD the way that he was expecting them to come. So I feel like adding Nurkic in just takes away that whole element of trying to force feed DeAndre Ayton in the post, and I feel like that may make the team better in the long run. All right.
I mean, just going off what you guys are saying, looking at the comparison between Nurkic and Ayton by itself, because honestly, I think they're waiving Keon and they're waiving Ish Wainwright, I believe, to make space on the roster. But yeah.
They waiving Keon?
Yeah, they're waiving Keon. I heard. Yeah.
Bummer.
But
I guess that's why they probably wanted to get Grayson as well, so they have another guard.
I presume so. But I mean, in terms of how can I say it? Emotional side of the deal, Ayton for Nurkic makes sense. Ayton for Nurkic makes sense to me. I said what?
2 minutes.
Oh yeah, that makes sense to me. But I think Nurkic probably averages more post touches than Ayton, so I'm kind of.
Is that because of situation?
I mean, he's gonna get less touches per game, definitely. With the Suns.
No, I'm saying in Portland was Nurkic getting those touches because after Dame and after Simons.
Who else?
Yeah, compared to D-Book, KD, and Chris Paul controlling that offense. And a lot of Ayton's touches were coming off the pick and roll. He wasn't really getting designed post touches because the offense was pick and roll with Chris Paul, get to that mid-range, and then D-Book run the show.
Well, who do you think has a more versatile offensive game, Nurkic or Ayton?
I think the Suns used Ayton to try to get him to have a more versatile offensive game.
Okay.
I think Nurkic – I don't think Nurkic has a versatile offensive game. I think most of his touches will come in the post because that's where you'll try to find him if you're trying to get him to score.
Yeah.
I feel like with the Suns, a lot of his points are going to come off dump-offs, offensive rebounds. I don't think they're drawing up anything for Nurkic.
So it's going to change the type of player he is, you're saying, playing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if they change the type of player he is, then I guess that can make sense. And I think on defensive end, like you said, he tries to be a man, so that is the best you can expect from him. I don't think they solve any defensive issues. I think the only thing they really solve is more depth and someone that's not annoying at the 5.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
pretty
more
much
depth
it.
might be enough though, because that was a problem in the Denver series. Now,
Yeah,
obviously having Nurkic there, I mean, I don't think that's going to be too much of a difference on Jokic, but I think he'll put forth more effort than Ayton did.
I don't know.
So that should help.
They didn't show effort to me. That's what
I
I'm
don't know,
saying.
man. Homie was standing underneath the basket.
Ayton playoff defense was always much better than the regular season regular season defense perception of him. He would always give much more effort in the playoffs in terms of on the defensive end. So I think they are downgrading defensively, but I don't think we can undersell the actual impact of, like you said, having a center on the team who you actually don't hate. Because I do feel like they did not like Ayton, a lot of the antics, but the disagreements with Monty Williams, and it seems like the coach really, the Suns were really behind Monty and stuff. So the disagreements with that, and then they were that whole contract thing. They gave him the contract, and then the stuff still didn't go well last season. So I mean the whole team chemistry aspect of it, it's hard to really measure it, but I think for this deal to happen, I think the Suns are trying to show that they value it and that the team is okay with this. Because if D-Book and KD didn't want this to happen, I don't think they make this move.
For sure.
Because you can clearly say that beyond adding depth, Ayton is a better player than Nurkic.
Yeah.
But I think Book and KD would rather play with a center like Nurkic than a center like Ayton, who is pouting because he's not getting his 10 post touches a game.
Yeah, we can see that.
So
move on to the next team.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So what is Ayton's role with the Blazers right now?
That's a great question.
That's a great question. Actually.
Should we say that?
Is he a top 2 option, top 3 option?
He's not even top. He's definitely not top 3.
We're talking about as of right now, October 2nd, right?
Well,
October 2nd.
No, he might be top 3
because they might make some more deals.
I think maybe 3rd.
Is he?
Because I'm trying to think. Because you got Simons, you got. Oh no, he's not. Because you got Simon, Scoop, and Sharp. Yeah, so he's not even top 3.
Who? What's 3rd?
Huh?
Name you
What? Wait.
What's the 3rd name you say?
Sharp. Shaden Sharp.
I'm really not mad.
Anthony Simons.
Because here's the thing. If I'm Portland, the person those are the people I want to get touches over Ayton. And as a center, oh man, this is just gonna sound bad. Well, it might not sound bad, but I don't want to play Rob Williams and DeAndre Ayton together. I think that's what play them together. And you already still have Jeremy Grant, and that's probably another person who's getting touches over DeAndre Ayton. His touches may come.
It's
more
really
in
crazy that they made that deal.
His touches may come more in the flow of the offense. But I feel like next to Simons, Sharp, and Scoot, I feel like you would rather have a center like Robert Williams on the floor next to them.
Yeah.
who is a good passer, a willing defender, a good defender, who can cover up some of their lapses on the defensive end because that's a very small backcourt, the three of them. And somebody who's going to crash the offensive glass and who's okay with just getting dump-offs as their primary source of scoring.
Definitely
Robert Williams isn't going to pout about not getting his post touches in Portland. DeAndre Ayton might get tired of seeing Scoot and Anthony take 30 shots a game combined instead of him getting his 10 post touches.
I'm actually happy he there with Scoop because I feel like Aiden could thrive with.
I do too.
That's what I thought originally, but now, but you got Robert Williams there now, so
I don't know what their priorities are.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on their identity. I don't know what they.
That's what I'm saying. Are we basing off October 2nd, or based on what we expect the season to look like? Because based off October 2nd, I'm saying Aiden's a second or third option on the team.
No, he's
based
third.
on October 2nd.
He's third.
I don't think he's rising above third.
Unless Shaedon Sharpe isn't starting, I just don't see how he's top
Is
three.
Shaedon
I
Sharpe
think
starting?
Shaedon Sharpe's offense is more in the flow of the offense.
Where do y'all see the starting lineup looking like? What do y'all see that?
Right now, if I had to guess today, I would have thought Scoot, Simons, Sharpe, probably Jeremy Grant, and then Ayton. Even though people saying that Ayton and Williams might play together.
But that's a small lineup.
Yeah, I don't see Sharpe starting.
Sharpe is what, 6'4"?
I think he's 6'5".
6'4", 6'5". I don't think he's starting. That's why I still see Ayton.
So if he doesn't,
if
he doesn't start, then do you have Grant at the 3?
It's like Caleb says, it's a small lineup. You say,
but
Grant,
so do you have Grant at the 3 if he's
last
starting?
year?
He was?
At the end of last season, when he was going crazy, he was starting at the 3. Unless I'm tripping.
Oh, when they were tanking?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're still tanking?
Yeah.
I don't see they tanking. No.
I don't think they're tanking.
If they're not tanking,
I think
you think they're competitively rebuilding?
If they're not tanking,
the
I
word?
think they genuinely view Shaedon Sharpe as a valuable piece for their future.
Yeah,
and I feel like they
nice.
would want to get him. I don't see the issue with starting him at the 3.
I think he's just small.
I think
the only reason he may not start at the 3 is if they want to do that double big lineup.
Yeah.
And then
unless you're gonna move
right
Simons.
Who's on that bench right now?
I'm asking. Yeah, what's another forward that's on their bench? Because you said with Jamie Grant started at 3.
Oh, wing.
I don't think Thibel's there anymore, so.
I don't know.
If that was there, I would start him.
Is Tumani Kamara a forward? I know he has.
He got to be.
Who?
Too many
I'll do
cameras.
part of the trade.
Because Nasir's not there anymore. Trent Watford, I think, is a guard, but he's not there.
No,
anymore.
Trent Watford's a forward/center.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think he's on the team.
They brought Kevin. Matisse still there.
Kevin Knox isn't starting.
Nah. Matisse still there. Justice Winslow still there.
Justice Winslow.
I'm trying to think.
What a name.
Before it was Chris Murray, rookie. Yeah, I would start Matisse.
Yeah, Chris and Ruper's on that team too, right?
I forgot Brogdon's still there.
No, he's not.
I forgot Brogdon's still there. Brogdon's still off the bench, right?
He was drafted by the Warriors. He got drafted to the Wizards.
Oh, okay.
You said what?
He's talking about Ryan Repair. He got drafted by the Warriors, traded to the Wizards. But yeah, I would start Matisse and then have Shaedon come off the bench.
Start Matisse?
I would start Matisse, yes.
I'd rather start Sharpe if we're going to do that.
Why is that?
Aren't we competitively rebuilding?
Don't you need defense to win games?
We're not trying to win right now.
Wait, if they're not starting Sharpe,
so
they're starting Grant at the 3.
But that doesn't mean you're
who? Grant?
I don't see them not starting Sharpe unless if they're not starting Sharpe. That means they're doing that double big lineup.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I see it.
You'd be crazy
because it's not even like Thibault's a shooter. So at that point, you might as well just have Jeremy Grant and go.
Yeah, because that floor is clunked.
Hey, just watch. Wait till y'all see Rob Williams pull that joint up from the top of the key. From Al Horford shit.
No, I honestly, if everything goes right, I can see Aiden competing for All-Star bid in the West. If everything goes right.
That's if they feature him, but I don't see it.
Former number overall
pick. He would have to be the best player on that team, and I just don't see that.
Thank you.
I can see that.
I don't see them taking the ball out of Simon's hands. I don't see them taking the ball out of Scoot's hands, like CT said. Even if you don't put Sharpe, even if you have Sharpe coming off the bench, I just don't see how he gets more shots than Simons and. Well, Simons. I'll say Simons. I want you to say Scoot.
Okay. You tell my guy.
Simons and Scoot.
Just take more. You're saying they're just taking more shots than what they were? Because Simons averaged 20 points last year already.
But you're adding Scoot into the. I think Simons is probably gonna get more shot attempts, and then Scoot might just slide in and get whatever shot attempts Simons was already getting.
I think Simons is going to average the most on his team this year.
And then you also have to consider I mean, just going based off what me and Brian are thinking, Shaden Sharp should get a decent amount of those shots.
He will.
And I don't know. It depends on, like he said, if they want to feature DeAndre in, then he'll be that second, third option.
Okay.
But if they choose to feature those younger guys who they're probably definitely keeping long term, I don't think DeAndre Ayton is locked into being a long-term piece on this team.
But he's got
I'll say this, JB. I think, well, kind of like CT just said, I think they may start early in the season trying to feature him just to see if they feel like he's just to see if he's a part of their future or not.
Right.
But after about maybe 20 games, I don't know if he's still a second, third option on the team. Because at that point, I don't think they're not tanking, but I don't think they're going to win a whole lot of games.
It's hard.
So at that point, you're focusing more on development.
It's hard for a center to be featured in an offense that they're clearly going to cater to Scoot and Simons. It is hard for me personally to envision an offense where they have Scoot and Simons bringing the ball down the court and setting up multiple sets a game where the design is to get the ball to DeAndre Ayton in the post. And I feel like a lot of DeAndre Ayton's points may come similarly to how they've come over the last few years. Because I do think Scoot and or Simons are going to have the ball in their hands a lot. If one has it, then the other one is off ball. If Simons has it, Scoot's off ball. I feel like a lot of this might be heavy ISO. And then Shaden Sharp, you may not see it yet, but I think he's a valuable piece that they think.
I'm not saying he's not.
I know, but I think they're going to really try to get him involved as that third guy as well.
Okay.
So I don't want to guarantee that he's going to be a scoring option over DeAndre, and just because the center will get the touches eventually. But in that lineup, I don't know if they.
So let me ask you: you have Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker. Did they have the ball in their hands more than Shaden Sharp, Scoot Henderson, and Anthony Simons have this year?
Chris and Devin did,
not last year's
not KD.
No, not last year's Chris Paul.
Oh yeah.
Last year,
once they got KD.
Last year's Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Kevin Durant won't have the ball or didn't have the ball more than what Scoot Henderson.
No,
and
no.
Devin did.
Devin Booker.
I'm talking about the
that
combination of the three. Just like we find a 3 versus 3.
More than who?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have more than the 3 this year, honestly, because KD played all ball a good amount. As he said, Chris Paul wasn't handling the ball as much as he was the last few years in Phoenix, especially during the playoff run. And then, I mean, D Book was obviously facilitating mostly for the offense. So I think because of that, the trio this year will
have more touches than Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant did last year. You think Anthony Simons, Scoot Henderson, and Shaden Sharp?
In terms of having the ball in their hands, yes, like facilitating the offense.
I mean,
but if you're talking about
touches,
if you're talking about getting shots, probably not, because it's KD and Devin Booker. But if we just talk about in terms of facilitating and having the ball in your hands, probably I say yeah.
Well, shots may come from, assists may come from. I'm talking about just touches in general. So having the ball in their hands.
I think they will have more possessions with the ball in their hands than those three did last year.
We can't have a conversation. What you think, Nate?
Weren't we supposed to talk about the Bucks second?
We were, but
hey,
that's my fault.
Question.
My fault.
What do you think, Caleb?
What was the question?
Do you think that Shaden Sharp, right?
Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simons and
Scoot Henderson will have the ball in their hands this year more than what Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant did last year?
I don't think so, because the fact of how there's more things you got to see on this Portland team. And compared to Suns, it was just them three most of the time, really. So they had to take control of the offense. And with this Portland team, that's like you have a lot of variety, in my opinion. Jeremy Grant is still a good hooper. He's a pretty good scorer. So Ayton, I think he can still be what I'm gonna say what he was in 2021, but like he get somewhere similar to that, especially depending on how many touches he get. But like he's got Brogdon too off the bench still, who needs to touch the ball, who probably will touch the ball because he's the oldest guard on that team.
We'll see if he gets moved, but yeah.
I doubt he get moved. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it. I think it's a higher chance.
Yeah, unless the Clippers want to change their mind, I don't really see a team that's out there that's fiending for him. I don't think the Heat would do it.
I feel like it would come down to what his physical looks like, because based on what
I see Atlanta.
I don't know about that.
Backup point guard.
Because from what I saw with Woj, apparently there was like he has a good amount of interest from teams. So I think it may just come down to his medicals.
Hey.
But
Don't be surprised. Three-team trade may come pretty soon,
Indeed.
including Philly.
Indeed.
at some point it's coming. We just don't know what's going to be the deal yet.
But I was posing that question because I feel like Aiden already averaged 18 to 10 last year, and to say his numbers won't go up.
What were the 3 names you said for Portland again?
You guys said Fernie Simon, Shaedon Sharp, and Scoot Henderson.
Okay, so you say that. Who would be the 4th guy on that Suns team?
DeAndre Ayton.
No, outside of Ayton. Was it?
The 5th guy then.
Yeah, who was it? Who was that?
Let me go through the roster. There's Campaign.
Cameron was gone by then, right?
Nah, he's still there.
No, he's went to
It
different
would be a
offseason.
Koji, right?
In the starting 5 was the 5th man in
You
terms of
talking about
scoring
in
the
general?
ball.
The touches?
Okay, either one.
Well, I would say touches. Yeah,
I would
Cody-
say Cam. Cam probably get the 5th most touches on that team.
Cam was gone, right? Oh,
No.
Campaign you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Campaign have 5th most touches.
It could
on
be a
that team.
Koji. It could be one of the two. 'Cause I
I
know
don't
Koji
think
Okay,
did
so
allow
when
point
you
forward.
add that in,
Yeah.
and then you add Jeremy Grant in,
Yes.
does it start to look more closely to Portland's favor of more touches for those guys than
It's closer because
Wait,
you're comparing Jimmy Grant.
if you
to
if you
Koji.
if you add Jeremy Grant on the names that he said for Portland, and then you add either Campaign or Koji for the names he said for Phoenix, it starts to
It looks closer, yes. It does
Yeah.
look closer. But I still think the Suns have the ball in their hands outside of Ayton more than he would on the Blazers. I think Ayton had the ball less last year than he would this year. Simple as that. So I feel like with the ball in his hands more, he'll produce more.
okay.
I think that's a fair
It
assessment.
depends. It depends. But
I mean, we haven't even seen these Portland guys play yet
yeah, that's what I'm
as
saying.
together.
It's
so.
hard to see.
Good
It's
luck,
with-
Chauncey Billups.
Yep.
Good
I'm about
luck.
to say the same thing.
No, I don't even want to say good luck.
luck to that, man.
I think this is a good job to have.
It's not much pressure for real.
You
It's
got
not that much
a
pressure at all.
great guard prospect coming
No,
in.
I get that. I'm
You
just because you
gotta-
got to find a way to distribute minutes.
You
man.
got a great 2 guard. Not
Great?
You got a good scoring 2 guard.
Solid.
You have a young, athletic, promising wing in Shaedon Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
You even have some vet guys around them, and then you have 2 centers where you can really pick and choose how you want to play. You have a center where you could try to feature them in the offense and make them a guy who's giving you 20 and 10 every night for the next decade. Or you have a guy who, like Nate likes to say, is the ultimate connector at the center position. Outside of shooting the ball, you have somebody who on the offensive end not only is a great passer for the position, will crash the offensive glass, and is comfortable with just getting dump-offs as their primary source of buckets, and is still an all-defensive level player in Robert Williams. So there are pieces here. So, I mean, I understand it may take him a while to figure it all out, but I think this first year it doesn't all have to be figured out by December, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he should have a idea of how this lineup would look, the rotations would look, but I mean, a lot of it's going to be trial and error, seeing how the guys play together. Because at the end of the day, if it doesn't work with Ayton, you might just have to ship him off. Because Robert Williams may just be a better fit down the line with this core.
Yeah.
Robert Williams also may be expendable if DeAndre Ayton is giving you 20 and 10 immediately. So you got options. These 2 big men don't have to play together forever. These 2 guards don't have to play together forever. You might like Shaedon
I
Sharp
think
more as a
Simons
2.
might get moved.
And
Simons
Simons,
might
you
get
can
moved.
move Simons somewhere for an actual
I would like that.
wing.
Simon's
down
having a
the
new
line.
contract, right?
I would like that.
Yeah. He got signed
Okay.
last offseason.
So you
think-
came with package for
So-
everybody. Because
But
I'm thinking, like, say you trade one of either Shaedon or Anthony, right? But if you trade Shaedon, there's a good chance you may trade Jeremy with him to get a better player. Depending. Because I don't know if they might want to get that contract. That's the only
Exactly.
thing.
See, that's where they messed up because they did that Jeremy contract.
But, yeah. But we can move on to the
Yeah.
potentially with 2.
I did have one last question though. If you just do it real quick. Y'all take Blazers in the play-in?
No.
No play-in? Just no play-in?
No.
I think they can.
I don't think they win enough.
I think they can.
I'm thinking 12
Yeah.
seed.
Okay.
I think they can make a push for the play-in.
I
I'm not
think
saying it's guaranteed.
Scoot would have to.
We can leave it at that. That's another time. man.
Yeah, Scoot would have to. That's all. He would have to. He would have to do something.
He gotta do
I don't-
something.
I
Some
can't
shit.
measure it yet, but he would. Whoa.
No, you can. You can measure. Let's go ahead and get to the Bucks.
And
That's
to the
good.
Bucks.
Let's fear the deer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how much there really is to say about the Bucks. I mean, we know they got Dame, and now they have. I mean, they traded Jrue Holiday, so of course they lose an all defensive level player.
More on that later.
But they got Dame, 30-point per game scorer for the last 5 years. Pairing him with Giannis, this is a scoring threat. Nate, forgive me, but this is a scoring threat that we have not seen next to Giannis his whole career. Middleton is somebody who can give you 20 to 23 a game.
I don't know, man.
And show up in the playoffs. But Damian Lillard as an actual scoring threat is somebody who you could actually make an argument in terms of scoring production, not in terms of the best player on the team, but in terms of scoring production, night in and night out. You don't know who's going to be the leading scorer on the Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know. It really gives them a.
Could be
It's a lot of variety. No, come on, man.
20 points per
It's
game?
a lot of variety that they haven't had because their way of playing got kind of predictable, especially in the playoffs. But actually having a dynamic guard who is scoring off the dribble can close out games because they did struggle closing out games, having legit scoring options to close out games this past playoffs because Chris Middleton was coming off that injury. But having Dame as your closer, Chris Middleton as closer 1B, and still having Giannis, they were the favorites before the Boston trade for a reason. You can still make the argument that they are the title favorites according to FanDuel.
Yeah.
Right now.
Question. What's their depth?
Who's their
Not
depth
much.
for the Bucks? Yeah,
Me
not
and you.
much.
Me
Bobby
you,
Portis, Jordan. No, he on the.
JB gets there in
I'm on the
December.
two-way?
No, you get there in December.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
What's it called? The foreign exchange.
Foreign exchange? Where it come from? China?
Not too much. Hey,
Damn.
look at your
Czechoslovakia?
headwear.
Hey now.
Nah, this is insane.
We might
Nah,
be good.
yeah,
Abu Dhabi.
they got a lot of stuff to work on in terms of depth. But I can't say too much because we just saw Phoenix. I don't know how Phoenix did it. They got legit rotation players on their team in no time. So who knows? Milwaukee may be able to figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
But they still got Thanasis.
Yeah, they still got him.
They still got, and they got the other.
Kostas.
They
got all the brothers
Kostas.
now.
Yeah, they got Kostas.
Yeah, they fill out the roster.
Closest
And then Alex ain't on a contract, so they might have to bring him on.
They got his son on there?
Is
Nah, not yet.
is Jingles still on the team?
Yeah, you
Think
should
so.
be. I think so.
Jingles. Yeah, I like Jingles.
Who?
That's the backup 1, 2, and 3.
Joe Ingles.
Oh, Joe Ingles. Oh, okay.
He's fucking us up 2018.
Bobby Portis, of course.
And
but
2019.
Is
Yeah.
Bobby
Pat.
Portis? Who's the starting
That's the question everybody
Starting
got
what?
to ask now.
starting 2/3?
It's either
Because the question is where
Malik
you put in
Beasley.
Middleton.
Malik Beasley,
I would
probably.
hope-
Because if you put Middleton at the 2, then you do Giannis, Portis.
No, Brian, no.
Beasley.
Brian, no.
But
I'm
it's
just
go-
saying, but you have two guards. You have
No,
two guards.
no,
that can
you
shoot,
can't
and
put
have
you can't put Giannis at the 3.
Don't
no,
say it.
you don't do that.
Don't say it.
Beasley or Bocamp. What his name is?
Man. Oh, I forgot about Bokamp.
Oh,
yeah,
nah, that
Marjon
depth,
Bogut.
nah, that
Yeah.
depth's actually not bad.
It's not that bad.
Now that you say it, I forget. First of all, Pat Connaughton,
Oh, he can start.
Forgot about
Yeah,
Pat
that's their
Connaughton.
guy.
Pat
He can
Connaughton
start. Pat
started. That's
Connaughton.
their
Yeah,
guy.
he's a start.
Yeah, so I would hope at Middleton's age that he's not starting at the 2. You start Pat Connaughton at the 2, or they got Malik Beasley. You said
Yeah, we
You
start.
might as well start Pat.
He start
then.
Pat.
you might guys start Thug Shake at the 2, man. Nah, don't do it.
Okay.
Nah, don't do it. Man.
My bad.
But yeah, y'all move on to the next team.
I mean, I would say
Yeah, man.
Bucks, please go sign John Wall. Y'all need a backup point guard. Isaiah Thomas.
You know
Throw
he's
him a
out there.
bone. He waiting, man.
For the backup point
They
guard.
only got Andre Jackson. That's all they got.
Didn't they sign Campaign?
Andre Jackson's not even.
They
a
signed
point guard.
Campaign.
I thought
They
Milwaukee
did.
signed
They
Campaign.
just
They
signed
did?
Campaign yesterday.
Yeah,
My
Man,
dog.
Sit down, Isaiah Thomas.
No, he big ass sign.
Dang, Isaiah Thomas got excited when you heard that.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, they finna free the real. Nah,
Man. I'm sorry. I just wanted the frosty.
nah, man. Isaiah Thomas, you gotta cut that out, man. It's over.
Yeah.
So
You had a good run,
did he?
but he did, man.
Flash in the pan.
30 points a game at 5'9".
Nah, that was tough. That
That'll
was tough,
always
yeah.
that'll always move me.
That was tough.
But yeah, it's over now, buddy.
Wrap it up.
But yeah, you had a good run.
Yep.
Who?
Jay
Oh yeah, they
Crowder.
do have Jay Crowder.
Oh yeah, they cool.
Yeah,
man.
so what they have?
Yeah, they got the depth.
Yeah, we was tripping.
They
They
don't
got
get
that.
some out of the buyout. They
Yeah.
always do. So I'm not worried
And
about that.
Terrence Ross is still a free agent. Go call him. Boston, go call him.
Please go.
Yes,
follow.
yes.
Let's
Boston.
go talk. Yeah, Dame. Everybody.
Yeah, we already talked about Portland for real. This is what we talking about. This is the podcast. We talking about
podcast.
This is what we here for, man.
Yeah, we might got to table the NFL talk till next week.
Hey,
because the three of us up here talking Boston might go till 10 o'clock. So, Boston made the trade for Jrue Holiday. What was this, yesterday? Yes, yesterday. In exchange for, Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon.
Shout out Rob Will, man.
4 picks.
2024 pick via Golden State
picks,
and the 29 pick from Boston.
Yeah, a couple little picks.
I feel about that.
That 29 one is scary, depending on what happens.
I feel like JB has I think we all have different perspectives on this trade.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think JB's perspective is staunchly different. So I'd like for him to go first.
Spell staunchly.
STAUNCHLY. Staunchly.
Right. Okay, I'll go.
They at me at the dumbest in the
I believe that I like the deal. I understand that we basically traded 2 players who only played half the season most of the time. For Jrue Holiday, who's pretty dependent and fills a role that we needed. I hate to see Robert Williams go, and I'm worried about our backup center depth. That's my main takeaway.
I don't know, man. Luke Cornett, man.
Yeah, I've seen.
That's what I was gonna ask. Did he go somewhere?
Nah, he's on the team.
No, he was
still on the
media.
team.
I don't like him as a third.
I don't know why I thought he signed with the
I don't like him as a
Bucks.
third big. He's a good 4th big though, but I feel like we replaced Marcus Smart, and that's good.
Who was the third big last year?
I think it was Cornette.
Nah, I don't view it as that.
I mean, Grant.
Yeah,
Small ball.
that's what I would say. Blake Griffin before Cornette too last year.
Well,
Bless you.
neither of those were good options either. Blake Griffin, Cornette.
It's not good options,
Yeah.
but I'm saying he was still over Cornette. That's what I'm saying.
And they asked Brad about Blake Griffin today at media day. They said Blake's thinking about retiring, man.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think they was asking if they was interested in bringing him back, but
No.
he's
Let him
he
go.
might hang him up.
He wore 91 last year. It's time to go.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's Celtics, man. Not too much on the
Yeah, about to say
jersey, man.
before Christian gets
Don't
into the
get me-
numbers.
Jersey
don't
talk.
get me started, man.
This ain't wide receiver, man. Come on.
Wait, so who's your backup guard? Is it
It's
Bear?
Derek White.
Oh, Peyton Pritchard.
No,
Pitch.
Derek
No,
White
no,
started.
no.
You think Derek White's not starting?
You started Al
No,
Horford?
Derek White is starting.
You started Al Horford?
Whenever Jrue Holiday's not on the floor, Derek
Oh.
White will be the point
So you don't
guard.
think Peyton Pritchard
Oh,
get that many
Whenever
minutes?
Derek White is not on the floor.
See,
I'm talking
Jrue
about.
Holiday
I'm
will
not
be on
even
the floor.
talking about playoff. I'm talking about playoff basketball.
Okay.
Whenever those,
So
two-
they're just
even-
staggering. We're staggering minutes.
Yeah,
Not even near you.
even
Fuck the
if
next 8
those.
months.
No. But y'all, there was a report a few weeks ago that before this trade was even on the table, Jason Tatum was looking at extended point guard minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They did say that.
So whenever those two aren't on the floor, Jason
Jason
Tatum's
Tatum
at
time?
point guard. Peyton Pritchard, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Why not?
I like
Defense.
Banton.
Because the playoffs you talking about?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
talking about
playoffs.
playoff
My
basketball.
bad. I'll shut up.
I like
Yeah.
Banton. Banton's pretty good.
Who?
Delano Banton.
95 for the
He-
Raptors.
No, he is.
6'5".
He is. I was the one telling y'all about Delano.
I already knew about him.
But
Yeah, like we ain't know about him.
no.
no,
Delano
he
Banton.
brought him up on an episode.
Delano and I got receipts in the group chat about Delano Banton, but he has not been ready yet.
No.
And I cannot just automatically assume that he was a rotation player after he just played in the summer league in his 3rd year in the league.
Mm.
I cannot assume that he is playing over a actual rotation player, Sam Hauser, who was a rotation player up until the playoffs.
Right.
But why wasn't he a rotation player in the playoffs?
Ask Joe Mazzulla, because I was sitting on the couch asking why Sam Hauser
Put
wasn't
Gordon
in the
Hayward
game. No, Sam.
My bad. What's the difference?
Hey, you tell me. I thought the same thing.
That's insane.
You tell me.
Sam Hauser as a shooter who is not for his skin color, he is not a detriment on the defensive end.
We got to bleep that out.
Especially when Peyton Pritchard is getting minutes. I don't understand the difference between 6'1" Peyton Pritchard,
Mm-hmm.
who was a clear defensive liability,
Yeah.
versus 6'7" Sam Hauser, who has not
A
really.
tall defensive liability.
No.
Okay.
Man, you giving him casual takes because of skin color.
Oh.
Sam Hauser is not a defensive liability. I don't know what he did to Joe Mazzulla in the playoffs for him to not play,
Mhm.
unless the shot wasn't falling.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know.
Unless
that's the
there
only
was some shooting slump that he was in, but there was no reason he should not have been playing in the playoffs last season. We could have used the shooting,
Mhm.
even if it was just for 12 minutes a game.
Especially with the way Duncan Robinson was cooking.
Just throw him out there and let him run around where they have to guard him and not help off of him,
Mhm.
so the lane is open for those boys to drive. Because you know your second best player can't go left.
Hell
So
no.
if he tries to go left and they help off the shooter, he can pass it to somebody in that left corner instead of it being Grant Williams and they're gonna let Grant shoot. But that's neither here nor there, because he's not on the team anymore. Don't know if that's for the good or for the worse. But Sam Hauser, I feel like, is a legit rotation player on this team. He has to be at this point
he has no choice,
because the depth is missing.
Dang,
It's a little shaky.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
who has the worst depth? Us, the Suns, or okay, never mind.
No, us.
Or the Bucks.
Us. But yeah,
It's
like
us.
we were saying, we got called Terrence Ross.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Does
You was
Terrence
just saying-
Ross want to be a Celtic though? Because I feel like we've been doing the Ross to Celtic stuff for at least like 6 years.
Who cares
He
what
has
he
been
wants?
about
He
6
is
years.
on the couch.
He enjoying himself.
Yeah, he might be retiring soon.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, so what bigs are on the market right now?
Dwight
Boogie?
Howard and others.
Hassan Whiteside?
not Boogie. I
Yeah.
prefer Hassan Whiteside over Boogie,
Yeah.
but that's not it. Honestly, I don't know. Outside of the antics, Dwight Howard,
Dwayne Dedman?
Dwight
Is he still in
Howard.
Sacramento?
Dang. No, he's not. He's free agent right now, I believe.
I feel
Okay.
like for what he does on the floor, Dwight Howard has been a decent backup big man for the last few years. I don't know. I mean, of course, the antics that he provides in the locker room may not be conducive to all team environments, but
I mean, I don't think he's doing antics. I think he's just 40 now.
yeah. But
That's all.
in the last couple years with the Lakers, I don't think there was a reason he shouldn't have been on the NBA roster last year.
Yeah.
For Blake Griffin to be on the roster but not Dwight Howard was a little insane to me.
Yeah.
But if Dwight Howard is a legit option, I think he may be one of the better ones, just because he is willing to rebound, willing to attempt on defense. He may not be able to move as well as he was, but I think he is one of the better options out there. I don't want them to call
Where's
DeMarcus
McGee
Cousins.
at? Is he in Sacramento?
Yeah.
I think he's in. I thought he was in Dallas.
in Sacramento. They
Okay.
Dallas waived him, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
that would have been a good pickup.
Yes. That's exactly what we
But
needed.
yeah, I hope Brad is scouring, and I hope the answer. Oh wait, no, I forgot. He picked up William Gabriel.
Ah.
That
Oh,
might
yeah, I did see that.
that might actually be the third big, and you might just have to
No,
be
he is the
okay
third
with it.
big.
Yeah,
He
you
is
might
the
just
third
have to
big.
be okay.
I'm
with
not
it.
going to be okay with it.
Well,
but,
Yeah, I
It-
don't think
it-
any of us are. We already saw the Lakers'
Hey,
experience.
is it better than Luke Cornett?
yes.
All right,
Unfortunately.
it is what it is. That's who our third big was last
Actually,
year.
it's equal.
It
And
depends
then,
on the when your shot is falling.
The wing depth. Lamar Stevens.
Oh,
A little,
God.
yeah, and then O'Shea
O'Shea
Brissett.
Brissett?
I don't mind the
That's
O'Shea
the one.
Brissett pickup. That's the one.
I'll say cool.
That's the one.
I'm
It's
saying
the same thing to
but
say.
I mean, in terms of backups that we have, I mean, unless we're gonna bring up Banton again, but I don't think he's
No, I
playing
think
over O'Shea.
I think Sam Hauser is the guy you got to go to if you want some
no,
offense
I mean,
off
he
the
is.
bench.
He is.
Let's try to break down this rotation. So you got Holiday,
Mm.
White, Tatum, Brown, and
KP.
Porzingis. That's 5. Whatever the lineup is. You got Horford. That's 6.
Yeah.
That's
Any other name after Horford is not
I got
making
you.
me feel
I got you.
comfortable.
Yeah, it's probably Hauser at 7 at
Hauser.
that point.
That's
Seven.
it.
Payne Pritchard.
Either
Not
Pritchard or
comfortable.
Brissett after
No.
that.
Not
He's getting
comfortable.
minutes.
He's getting minutes.
I don't care.
Yeah, he's not comfortable with it.
How
Brissett,
about
he's not
Brissett?
bad.
Pritchard, Brissett, or Banton. That's the 8.
Lamar Stevens will get some. We talking about playoffs.
No, I know. But
Talking about playoffs. I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's talking playoffs.
But once we
I
hit,
don't really mind Lamar Stevens.
I think
Um,
he be a solid player off the
he's a
bench.
decent defender. He cannot shoot though.
yeah, he can't shoot for
He
nothing.
So why not just
Um,
play O'Shea in that position?
No,
They just
No, O'Shea is legit that third guy off the bench.
He is,
Okay.
for sure.
We're just trying to figure out who's after that.
Oh, I got
No, after we get our 8th player, it's
Steve
all
McKinley.
12 men,
Yeah.
pretty much. It's all 12 men after our 8th player.
Yeah.
Wait.
Jordan Walsh,
Oh,
He did say Jordan Walsh needs to
That's
get
the
some
one.
minutes.
No, that's the one.
that's
yeah.
the one.
No, he might have to. Yeah, he might
That's
have to.
insane.
Come on,
No,
Villanueva?
in all seriousness, Jordan Walsh is going to almost have to accelerate his development this year.
You got to get about
Really?
30. He's probably
Yeah.
going to get about
After
30, average 30 minutes in the G League.
No, he's
After
gonna have
signing
to.
Lamar Stevens and signing O'Shea Brissett and signing William Gabriel,
I feel like if
Are you saying Jordan's got to fill that Grant role?
no, he's not
He's not that. He's not.
William
a good
Gabriel
enough
the Blake
defender.
Griffin role.
because because
I think so.
Jordan Walsh, they've been working on that shot, and if he shoots 34%,
Gotta put him on the
is
floor.
that crazy?
I don't know.
If he's shooting 34%, he's locked into the roster, because as a 6'9" wing, 3/4 and you're shooting 34%, you're gonna have to be on this team.
But
Just looking at who else is on the roster.
we can expect that from Brissett.
But how tall is Brissett?
6'8".
I say 6'8", yeah.
6'7", 6'8".
I think we fine. He played power forward all last year with the Pacers.
They
Ain't no
6'7",
different.
6'7", 210.
Dang. Dang. That's 210 kind of scary.
But I mean,
What
but
was
the thing
that?
is,
I
Joe
don't know
Walsh
about
right here is
these
listed at
basketball
6'7" as well.
Jordan Walsh 6'7".
It listed at 6'7".
How heavy is he?
205.
That's even worse.
God damn.
Talk about the wingspan though.
Oh, that means something to me.
I don't know yet. Give me a second.
That's what, 7 foot.
I don't know. I'm not moved. I can't put all my trust in a rookie, and we're trying to make the
That's what.
championship.
If we're
man.
gonna
7'2" wingspan.
That's solid, man. That's cool. That's
I
cool.
feel like if you're gonna accelerate it, he's got to play all his PT like basically during the regular season in the G League, and then come back like later in the season.
I feel like we got
That's
too
a
many.
bad take.
We got too many fours right now. That's why I don't see the minutes for him.
But that's my point. So he's not gonna get any PT
with the team.
with the team. So that's why I'm saying you go down to the G League, you probably got to average your 30
These
minutes.
four, Lamar Stevens, he was just picked up. He
So
is
let him
not.
go.
He no, I mean no offense to him, but he is not the. He's not gonna stop
I
Joe
about to
Mazzulla
say,
from playing.
Don't let your
Jordan Walsh.
let your boyfriend start to find your husband.
He's not gonna be the
Yeah.
person to stop Jordan Walsh from getting on the
Okay,
court. Like I
gotcha.
get, it's a lot of them on there, but it's not a lot of good.
Right.
So if Jordan Walsh is doing what he's supposed to do, he will play over these names, like
Okay.
Lamar
All right.
Stevens.
I'll be interested in the training camp report.
Let's turn into a Celtics podcast. I love
Of
it.
course.
It was
We
going
talked
go
about
there.
them for like 10
You know what's
minutes.
going there.
No, but I'm saying how deep y'all get to it, because like a lot
Yeah.
of people don't.
Yeah, we on the 10th man. Yeah. It's
Well,
kinda
question.
sick.
Question. So who y'all? All right. So give me your top 3 favorites out the East and you out the West. Then we get. I'll stop it after that.
And we're taking the teams as they are today.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going first.
So too
I'll
early
go.
prediction.
Bucks, Celtics.
It's a big gap for that
Yeah.
third team.
The Bucks.
I'm gonna go Bucks, Celtics. I feel like the Heat have a down year every other year, so I'm gonna just the Sixers aren't good though.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me say Bucks, Celtics, and
I have one team in mind. They
Hawks.
take it. Hawks.
So you just picked
'Cause
up
I don't
our
think
third
it's gonna
team.
be the Cavs. So I'm trying to think of who that third team.
Oh wait, no,
is.
I lied. The Cavs.
I
No,
was
it's
the Cavs. That's what I was
Cavs.
thinking.
I lied.
I
That's
say
I forgot about them.
if
Not gonna lie
Mobley
to
takes
you.
that jump, offensively for sure.
Who?
Mobley.
Mobley.
Y'all keep
You
falling.
gotta believe in him.
Y'all
You
keep
gotta believe
falling.
in him.
Nah, they keep falling for Mobley, man. Oh my
That's it.
gosh.
Is that 2K development, man?
I
That's what
know,
it is.
man. He
KG.
was, yeah, he was scaring me.
That's what I'm
on
saying.
2K
If
too.
if he can, I see them.
He don't even
That'll
need
be
to
third.
for.
But yeah,
They just need Garland to be healthy for the whole season,
honestly.
and Okoro to shoot like he was at the end of last
See,
season.
that's the
and not,
thing, though. Is
playoff
Okoro gonna
shooting.
keep shooting like that?
All right, we got 1 minute. I'll let you go West.
And then the West, Denver, Suns, Lakers.
Okay, go JB.
East. Bucks. Celtics. I'm gonna say Knicks.
Okay. West.
West. I'm gonna say damn.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
My bad, gangster. I'm gonna say
I mean, you go to Brian real quick. You think about
Brian,
it.
please.
Right, go East.
Take
For
me.
the East.
Mhm.
Say me twin.
Okay, but Bucks, Celtics, Cavs, and then West, Nuggets, Suns, and then
You gotta say it, man.
I don't want to say them, bro.
Man,
Okay,
that's-
time.
That's,
Is that
that's
time?
Some, that's some real hate right there.
I'm not gonna say it. That's 15 seconds, all right?
Wait, y'all don't want to
No,
say the
you don't.
Lakers
Oh shit.
I don't want to. I feel
It's
like
not
there's
I
a
don't want
better
to.
team.
The Lakers
I
not
don't want
bad.
to say it.
based off rosters? No,
I think the Lakers better than the Nuggets, honestly. So
no.
I say Lakers, Suns.
This would be a bad take, but I'll say the Clips. Just out
I'm
of
about to say
hate.
Clippers.
I'm saying Clips out of hate, bro. I'm not saying that. I'm
Hey,
not saying that the LA team.
y'all heard that right?
I'm
They
not
said
saying
the
Clippers. I'm not saying Clippers. I
Not
was
me.
going to say Clippers.
It wasn't me. I resisted the urge. It
I'm
was
going
not
to say Suns, Lakers, Nuggets.
All right, well, that's all we got for that, right? Well, that's been another edition of the What's the Play podcast. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned for the next play.